Password. We are recording live November 22nd, 2015. We are doing our night owl. Welcome everybody from around the world. We have such an amazing night coming, and I want to let you all know right away, this is an advanced training. Now, I don't want you, if you're new, to get scared. You're not going to get scared with me. I'm going to record everything we're doing. So here's what we're going to do. If I throw you in the water and you don't know how to swim, you're going to figure it out, right? You're going to flip your arms around. You're going to figure it out. All right? Yeah, you can sit and you can watch Baby Pips and you can go and draw a trend line. But you come here every Sunday night. You go and watch our videos in the back office. You try to attend our classes. Guys, I'm not sure if you know this. Monday through Friday, 8:30 Eastern to 9:30 Eastern, we do Forex. I give you exactly what we're doing tonight. I do it in an hour, okay? And then from 9:30, we start the futures market, the S&P 500 E-mini futures to 10:30. Sometimes we only need 5 minutes. Sometimes we need an hour. So I allow an hour. And that's where you make a full-time income every day on a part-time basis. If you haven't heard about it, if you haven't been familiar with it, come to the live trading and educational room in the mornings. You go through your back office, or you can go through FX Signals Live. You log in with username and password, and you go right to the live trading room. Please, 8:30 to 9:30 Eastern, Monday through Friday. And then from 9:30 to 10:30, we got the futures. And I know some of you have a closed mind towards anything outside of Forex. I'm here to tell you, open your mind. If I do it, just trust me, it's okay for you. If it's okay, I'm not going to steer you the wrong way. You guys are part of my family, so I'm not going to lead you in any direction other than a direction that's going to help you. So, and then from 10:30 Eastern to 12 o'clock, we go back and we look at the different markets. We talk. Maybe we have a motivational talk. Maybe we do a training. It could be a class for 15 minutes. It could be a class for an hour. I use that time just to chill out and talk to everybody. So each and every day, you have literally a one-on-one mentorship with me. Okay? I've been in the industry since 1995. I actually been looking at the markets a little bit prior to that, and I've had some of the most amazing mentorship in the world. My former mentor, turned business partner, Linda Bradford Rashke, she was in New Market Wizards book, very, very well known, very wealthy. I've had some of the most amazing mentors, and I've been fortunate. Not because they knocked on my door, because I knocked on their door. One thing about me is that you guys will learn is if I need to find something, I will find it. Nothing's going to stop me. Nothing's going to get in my way. Nothing's going to steal my dream. And that's how I want you guys to think. Tonight, I'm going to talk a little bit of both about, mostly about the trading, a little bit on the network marketing side, because I have a promo that I want to release to everybody. And I know that we have Thanksgiving this week, and it'll be odd that I think people are going to be coming on Thursday or Wednesday for our call. So I'm looking to drop a promo for you, okay? I also want to see the numbers here of how we got about 111 people that I see. I'm really happy with this because it's Sunday night, and usually about 100 to 200 people come in. So that's about the numbers. All right, we're right in front of a major holiday week. This coming week is going to be quiet. All right, so we're going to look at the markets, we're going to look at stuff, but I want you to treat this week as though it's holiday mode. Guys, you got to listen to me on this. Don't overtrade this week. Higher time frame stuff, allow it to play itself out. Do not overtrade holiday week. Very, very important. From this point after, then we're going to worry about Christmas. So you're going to have some action, but it's going to be kind of slower because all the major players, all the bankers, all the institutions, you know, all the big people, this is the week they take a vacation. I know the smaller traders like us, you know, guys that are not running billion-dollar hedge funds, you know, we look at the markets all the time, but the billion-dollar guys, they're not going to be so active. I promise you. Tomorrow they're going to start off with some volume, and it's going to decrease over the next 2 days. Most likely, it's going to be the lightest week of the year. Thanksgiving week is the lightest week of trading in the year. You just have to call it what it is. Also, New Year's and Christmas. All right. But I wanted to make one quick announcement before. Actually, I'll make that later on in terms of the marketing side. About halfway through, about 9 o'clock, I want to make a couple of announcements. I'm real proud of what's going on, and I just wanted to highlight a couple of things and just bring your attention because I know we got a lot of guys here that do both. So you understand, when we run our trading room Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 12 o'clock Eastern, it's trading. It's not network marketing. It's not Danelle's. It's no referrals. It's trading, just like tonight is going to be, except I just have to take a little time out halfway through and just give you some. I have a promo that I want to release for you, only because it's a holiday coming. So the Night Owls had started actually back in the network marketing days in the 90s, where we would have these meetings and our team meetings or an open opportunity meeting, and afterwards they would have a training. So from 8 to 9 they would do the opportunity meeting. From 9 to 10 they would do a training for the people that would stay, you know, leaders, you know, hang around. And then after that we would go to a diner. So at midnight every Monday or Wednesday or whatever it was, we would go to a diner, and one of the leaders would give us his, you know, we'd all eat, and then he'd talk. So when I had launched the educational business and the trading side, I still have that network marketing. That's who I am. I'm a marketer. I love to sell. I love to help. I love to give, and I love trading. It works, you know. That's why Markets Live came from. So I thought, you know, back around 2003, 2002, what if we were to do a night owl on Sunday nights where we could share what we're doing? And we had an audio video back then. We had a phenomenal system actually for at the time. And we shared our charts, our screens, and we were able to teach people this way. Sunday nights, you know, night owls, those who want to be winners, you know, and it led up until around 2012. 2012 going into about 2012, and I had started iMarkets Live about 8 months later, and I haven't done them since. It was only about a month ago I started doing them again, so people are just getting familiar with what we're doing. And essentially I like doing the night owls on a Sunday night. We have time, you know, and you have to understand we're dealing more with the US because a lot of people overseas, it's 1, 2 o'clock in the morning for them. That's why we record it and send it out so they could see it tomorrow. But for me, it's my way to do my homework and also give you an opportunity to see how I do my homework and for me to share with you what I see. Now, I understand there's a lot of new people new to the Forex markets. Please don't let anything overwhelm you. At some point, you're going to have to learn it anyway if you want to learn it. So we'll go step by step, and you jump into the pool, you make your notes, but you know what? I don't want you to do that tonight. I just want you to watch. When we send the video out, then you can watch it again and again, and you can sit on your computer and emulate some of the stuff I've done. I explain everything along the way of what I like to do. So just be patient, roll along. What we're going to first do is look at the scanner, the iMarkets Live scanner. It's an absolutely amazing program. And basically the iMarkets Live scanner, I built this for me. I didn't build this to sell it. I didn't build it for that. I kind of built it for me because I was doing all the trade signals. And at the time, actually the trade signal, which is the FX Signals Live, that's the upgraded version. I was doing this for a while, just me. And I thought, you know what? What if I had a scanner that could put everything out there for me and just give me ideas? Kind of like I'm doing my work and I see, wow, the EURJPY popped up. or the GBP JPY. So I made it so it can help me do my work to do the trade signal service for you guys. Well, I was speaking to my master distributor and I was telling him about it. He says, well, his name is Hector Rosario. Actually, he's responsible for the reason iMarkets Live is on the map. The guy's absolutely amazing. You guys got to meet him. You will meet him. We'll do a call. You'll be able to meet him. And he said to me, well, why are you keeping it for yourself? Why don't you just create a product and put it out there for everybody? I said, yeah, but a product like this is going to cost thousands of dollars. He says, well, you figure it out. And he kind of like put it on me to, give me the guilt trip, you figure it out, I was like, okay. So I had my programmer reconfigure it like this, and we put it out for a low price, essentially, just so people could learn and earn. Quite honestly, I didn't expect to do that, except that he had the vision to do that. All right. I have so many products we're coming to the table with. Some stuff I can put out right away, some stuff I can't. But I promise you, we have stuff going into 2017, 2018 already. Don't worry about it. We got some high-end stuff. We are the only company that has this technology. We are the only company in the retail industry, our competitors, that can compete at this level. So you guys are at the right place. So available patterns. What the scanner does, it draws out these harmonic patterns. These are called harmonic patterns. And all of it, right here, it's called the butterfly. It's based on exact ratios, Fibonacci ratios. And please, don't worry about if you know that information or not, all right? Just the scanner does it all for you. So everything's done with these exact ratios. And when the exact ratios line up, the pattern forms. Now, what's cool about it is, let's just go to another chart. I have it so about 9% in front of the actual physical entry, it starts to draw the pattern, it sends you an email, it lets you know what's going on. So the available patterns are here. The chart time frame, which means it's an H1, which means every bar is an hour. It gives you the butterfly, it gives you the pattern, and it tells you when the pattern occurred. So this pattern started developing 2 days ago, although it hasn't hit the actual entry. And we're going to get into that in a little while. So on the left, you have the exact ratios XAB, which means XAB. That's all that is. And it says 886. So right here, 786, 886, right here, 886. That's an 886 retracement from XAB right there. So X to A, let's just say that's 10 points. And this comes down 8.86 points. That's all it's telling you. And then ABC is this, right? A goes down to B, up to C. And what that 38 to 88 means is that between B and C goes up 38% to 88%, which means that this could simply go here like that, and still have that same criteria. You see, it can go 38% or 88% of this A-B swing. Then you have your BCD, which is this, your BCD. It falls into this criteria, 2618 to 3618. These are Fibonacci ratios, and don't worry about them right now, okay? You can read up on the stuff. The scanner does it all. It's like a freaking ATM machine, I promise you. 1618, XAD. Here's the XAD. All right, let me just do this. XAD. All right, so all these ratios line up, and they give you what's called a PRZ, a potential reversal zone. Basically a completion zone. It's also called a completion zone. When this does this, that means that that pattern is complete. So there are traders that try to trade it from up here with the targets down here, and that's fine. But you wait for it to form, and then you draw the pattern. It's a completion. So the pattern, what it does is give you the entry price. It gives you the risk on it. It gives you the targets here and here. And I have to do this, guys, who have the scanner, but there's people who are brand new. There's a ton of people on it. I want to make sure you guys all get this and people get their video recording. And then I'm basing this, I put $1,000 demo account just so you guys could see this. And what it does, it gives you a 1, 2, or 3% risk from here. So from here down, you have 62 pips. All right, it's giving you two micro lots, right? So about 10 to 12 bucks worth of risk. Okay, right there. Basically, 1% will give you two micro lots, and that's it. It gives you everything you need to know. Now, me, I'm not the kind to take that kind of risk. You don't need to. And I'm going to show you how to get around all that and how you can actually execute. Now, I have in the back office on iMarkets Live website, we put up new videos on Friday or Saturday, always about entry techniques. Most important is entry techniques. How do you use it to enter? Most times, often than not, our pattern scanner will be successful. There are times that it fails and it loses. There are times it happens, but stay on. Just if you do the right thing, the right things are going to happen. If you learn to do the right things are going to happen. Let's take a look at the EUR GBP. What I'm going to do is JPY. I'm going to go through these particular patterns and see what we got. And then I'm going to flip the switch and we're going to go and we're going to look at Trading View, and I'm going to do some hand charting for you. So to start, we're going to do it on the scanner. I'm going to show you some ideas, and then we're going to go to the other charting platform and we'll start kicking it up a bit. Okay. Now let me see what everybody's saying here. Chuck Thomas is there, two-time Super Bowl winner. Welcome, guys. Welcome. Yeah, we have sports figures. We have doctors, lawyers, you name it. We have entertainers in our company. We have master distributors from other companies. We have members from other companies that watch us. Our job is not to go out and offend anybody. Our job is to provide those who are in other companies. Look, you could be in a company, Monavie or Nerium. It doesn't matter to me. Look, when you're making money, you got to put it somewhere. You got to put that money to work. So iMarkets Live was designed to be able to help people, whether they're in our company or another company. We don't care if they want to become a distributor. If they want to become a customer, they're equal to the guy making, one of my master distributors making hundreds of thousands a month with me. They're equal to him. Okay, so let's go here. Let's start looking at this. All right, so now we got that off the table. I want to make sure you guys do the right thing in terms of your entry. So the chart we're looking at here is the EUR JPY X, A, B, C, D. That's it completed in the zone. You see that? Now let's take a look. Let's go down to a lower time frame. So you got the higher time frame gives the pattern. Let's go to the lower time frame. Right now, this is not telling me that I want to buy this. I don't want to buy this yet because this is telling me that potentially this may want to come lower. If it comes lower and you buy it now, you're going to be stuck and you're going to hate yourself. You're going to be like, "Oh, this sucks. It doesn't work." No. Let's take a look one more time. You see, the pattern is one thing. Now we got to go to the lower time frame and let's get ourselves into the trade. Now, before I do this, I want to show you something. Insert, view, navigator. Okay. So you can use the RSI. There's nothing wrong with that, a 14 RSI. You got that. I particularly like using another, man, I tell you what, I should just not even touch that thing, right? I like using a 310 oscillator. So I take the MACD and I drag it over. I put 3. Now just wait. When I do the video, you get to just go see it again and do it on your own, okay? 31016. 31016. I go here to colors. I don't want you to worry about it if it's too fast for you. You'll have plenty of time. All right, you'll have plenty of time when you do your own work watching the video. Okay. The other thing I like to do is I like to throw up some Bollinger Bands. I like to put 100. I put a 2. I put a 3, and this is for guys that are having the scanner. All right. I put 4. Okay, so what we end up having here is we see that the market has pushed down into the Bollinger Band. Here, right here is your mean. The market should come back to that. What I like to do is look at the markets when they come down to these lower Bollinger Bands, when they push outside of that. Let me just do something else here. Bollinger Bands, okay, 3, 4, okay, that's good. So what I do is I have my MACD right down here, and I look for divergences. And basically, a divergence would be, well, when I see one, I'll let you know. How about that? So we'll look at that. We'll see one. We'll let you know. So we have our a new pattern shows up. Great. Okay. Right as we're doing this. There we go. Okay. So what I'm doing now is I'm going to go to a lower time frame, EURJPY. Low, and you see that, guys? This just popped up here as we're talking, the CADJPY. Let's go down to a 15-minute chart. Now, does that mean that we're trading on the 15-minute chart, or does that mean we're trading on the hourly chart? We trade the hourly chart, but we're going to enter in on the 15-minute chart. Here's what I want to see. I want to see this find support down here and turn up. Right now, this is still at risk. The EURJPY to me is still at risk. I want to see this turn up. I want to see a nice pop, right? You want that. You need that because you need to see the shift from going down to up. If you buy here, you're risking that it's going to drop. You want to see it stop going down and then bounce. Now, when my former mentor used to tell me that when I was first young in the business, I thought she was crazy. I'm like, you know, she doesn't know what she's talking about. You know, she's only a multi-trillionaire in the markets, but I was smarter than her. And I was like, you don't know what you're talking about. You got to buy it. Like, I want to buy down here. I'm going to pick it. And she's like, no, wait for that market to turn. Professionals wait for the market to turn. So, and I know I'm taking time on this, guys, but if I don't take time on this, I'm doing you a disservice. So I argued with her time and time again. And it was until the point where I kept on losing and she kept on making millions that I realized I better shut up. So I want you to not try to just jump into anything. You want to see the market shift its momentum from going down to up and then getting that nice pullback. You want to see that shift, that impulse, okay? Similar right here. You see the way this worked and that pullback? I like that. I would be shorting that, all right? That's stuff I like. I'm just pointing it out. So if you were, for instance, if you were shorting here and you caught this whole move to the wrong side, that's not so cool. Then you had impulse to the downside and then that bounce, you're shorting it. So similar here, you're looking for that change in momentum going from down to up. Nothing is telling you that you should be trading this to the long side, although scanner says so, right? So the scanner is saying so, but be smart. Step down in time frame and be patient. Let this market turn, and the first pullback, you're looking to buy, and you're looking to take that for a nice move. Okay? So check the back of the website under the Harmonic course. I added some new videos. Be patient, okay? Be patient. Don't try to jump into stuff right now. Wait for the trades to fall in your lap, and then you trade them. There's so many opportunities that come your way. All you need is 1 or 2 a week that run 300-400 pips, and you're golden, all right? And they do. Believe me, these things run. So let's go up to the top here, see what we got. We got the CADJPY, all right? We got the CADJPY. So what I'm looking at, I look at a couple things. I look at looking at waves, okay? Look at waves to see how far the market can come down. Right here, actually. This was actually, let me get rid of this. That was actually something we looked at the time, if you guys remember. I like to keep my charts clean. So right down here is your entry spot. Right down here is your support zone. Even if it doesn't go there, you see, it's completing. You're almost there. I go to my smaller time frame, and I want to know what's going on. I want to see what's going on down here. Now, if this market does hold, right? If it does hold and this pops up, basically saying that it stopped going down and gets your little retracement, that's good. Look, even if you're higher time frame, you can see the USD just popped up, the JPY. Even if the higher time frame has not hit the exact entry, you watch that. As soon as it starts drawing, you want to start keeping an eye on it. You want to start stalking it. All right? I want you guys to become master traders because you got a phenomenal tool, but nothing better. So you got, look down here, you got consolidation. So this is still at risk of going lower, and so what? If it goes lower, you wait for it to stop going down and shift its momentum. Right here, right? Here, look, see, same thing. Stop going up, goes down, gets a reaction back, and continues. I like that. That's exciting. Same thing. Where is it? Wrong chart. Anyway, you want to let this market stop going down, turn up, and get your pullback. So I like what I'm seeing on the scanner for these charts. Those of you that have them, and anybody that's coming into my company now, speak to the person that brought you in and ask them about a little promo that we're putting on, because I'm doing something. I want you guys to be able to all get the scanner, and I don't care how you're coming into my company. I want you guys to be able to have it. All right, right here. All right, hourly charts on the USD JPY. Plenty of things popping up. Now, I'm not going to sit and go through every one of them. They all look good. All right, they all look good. What's this? NZD, EUR NZD. Good, good, good. Let's take a look here. You see that? You see this, how this worked? Stopped going down. This is actually one that we looked at in our trade room on Friday. All right, we had all this drawings in here. Now that this is going up, that's good. Drop down to the 15-minute chart, okay? All right, so that's the EUR-NZD. That's doing what we wanted. See that? We were talking about it. Let this market come down from this point. This is doing what you want, all right? The market stopped going down. You'll feel more comfortable, believe me, buying the market once the daily chart or hourly stops going down and reverses. That's telling you all the momentum has shifted from going down to up, and now you can enter in on any pullback and feel safe. All right, put your risk underneath the market down here. You guys with me? You guys with me? You guys with me? Talk to me, guys. You with me? Yes, 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 yes. All right. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, good. Don't worry about jumping into stuff if it's going down, going down. Don't be a freaking hero. That's how you go broke, all right? Let the market shift. I don't care how high it goes. You guys see me do this live all the time. I want you guys to get in safely. Until you become a seasoned trader where you know how to scale in and scale out, go about it the safe way, okay? Go about it the safe way. So what we're going to do, guys, right here is the GBP AUD. You see that? It hits support, fine. It's turned up, fine. Look, if you're a hero and you bought it down there, that's cool. I'm talking about the guys who will not know how to do that. All right? So here, bang. So you see this? It stopped going down. It's going up. That's telling you the selling has stopped. The selling has stopped. Buy the dip. Buy the dip. Okay? Now, how do you do risk? How do you do risk? Let's just say, for example, you have a 50 pip risk. All right? If you're with some other company and they tell you to risk 50 pips, you know what? You don't know what the risk is, right? You don't know. You're just going to buy, you know. And because you got $1,000 account, you think it's okay to leverage 3 or 4 standard lots, and that's how you blow up. So what I'd like you to do, I'd like you to do 2 things. One of 2 things. If you listen to me and you'll understand what I'm going to tell you, you believe me, you're going to be real fine in life. If you don't, that's fine too. You figure it out. You find another mentor that's going to tell you the truth. So I would like you to have 2 accounts. One account, you risk 2%, no more. What does that mean, Chris? What does 2% mean? That means, let's just say that the risk is 50 pips. That means you're going to risk on $1,000 account, you're going to risk 20 bucks. 20 bucks is not sexy, right? 20 bucks ain't getting you rich. But you win or lose 5, 10, 15, 20, 30 bucks on each trade. Now, when you're risking 2% on $1,000, that's 20 bucks. Now, what if you had 20 pip risk? What is that? That's 1 mini. If you have a 50 pip risk, what's that? 4 micros. 4 micros times 50 is 20 bucks. What if you have 100 pip risk? 2 micros per 1,000. So it's not going to get you rich, but it's going to keep you consistent and keep you in the game. You're not going to blow your account up. Real important is risk before reward. Everybody wants to look at reward. How much can I make? Every time I get people messaging me on Facebook, Chris, how much can I make a day trading? I don't know. I don't even know if you know how to trade. How much do you want to risk? Think of that. Think of risk first. When you got your risk under control, then worry about the reward. So one account you want to look at as a longer term account where you're not going to get blown up. The other account, put some small money into it. I know you got the Traders Way and the Talinexes and Forex Trading Inc. and this company and that company. Good. If they give you the high leverage, put a little bit of money in the account and play with it. Everybody needs to have that gambler mentality. I live in Vegas. I live in a freaking casino. I don't live in there, but I live in a place where the building is in the casino. And I'm not going to joke. I go down there. I got money, but I'm only going to risk a couple of $100. I'm going to play around. You need to get that out of you. So if that be the case and you're trading Forex, go ahead. Be very leveraged. Be very aggressive, but on limited amount of money. If you got a couple $1,000, put it into the higher end account where low leverage. If you want to mess around with a few $100, aggressive, so be it. But don't blow up your whole account being aggressive on thousands of dollars. What you want to do is, as you're making that money on the smaller aggressive account, let's just say you make $500. You got it, and I see you guys on Facebook. You're amazing. You put $200 in, you make 500. You make 1,000. But you know what? It's easy to lose that. So you take $400 or $500, put it into your longer term account. Go do it again. Don't get fat. Stay hungry. Go back and earn a couple $100 more. Keep feeding that bigger account, because at some time you're going to have tens of thousands of dollars in an account, and you can't play that aggressive game. All right? And we all talk about the penny doubled in network marketing and trading. The penny doubled. So fine. Adhere to those rules. You take a penny, you double it, 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 you double it. And 24 days later, it's only $86,000. Eventually it becomes millions. But the same thing with trading. $20 is not $20 is not it's not exciting. Yeah. But eventually you have enough $20, you're going to have $2,000. You'll have $20,000. All right, I saw one of my guys on here tonight. He's got a multiple six-figure account that he trades with my live trading room. We go over his numbers. He started out with a $5,000 account. It's up to hundreds of thousands. He don't need to trade it like a baller no more. He's cruising. I need you guys to do that. I want you to be in the industry a long time. Have this scanner for the rest of your freaking life, because this is I'm going to make the sucker better. It's going to be an automated trading robot. You guys have no idea what we're coming to the table with. All right? I know you don't, because I haven't told you yet. You see this? Let this continue to come down. Let it stop going down. Let it shift this momentum. You got plenty of stuff that's already making their moves. EUR NZD. Look at that. EUR NZD. Look at that. Pullbacks of buys. All right? GBP AUD. Pullbacks of buys. GBP. GBP JPY. Like I said, let's let that turn up a little bit. EUR NZD, here we go, right? Like we talked about, pullback is a buy, all right? I don't care if it goes small or long. right? Anything, any pullback is a buy. Your risk is underneath. All right. We're going to get into some trading, but that's the scanner. All right. Reach out to your upline. Reach out to your upline mentor. Reach out to Ryan DeFreitas. He has the his exchange trading room. Reach out to your other groups, the GVs and the TTTs and the GWCs, and those of you that are in my rooms. We have plenty of support. We are on one big movement, and it's all about education. All about education. Now, before I go further, because I know there's some questions, let's just go here, okay? Because I got to get you guys on the right page. All right, FX Signals Live. You see that? I want you to. I want to show you, so you show your people how easy it is. Number one, the trader. You click on the button. You click here. You got a complete track record. You got everything this guy has done. Everything right there, transparent for you. I have 4 other traders I'm adding, but I had to get some of the little quirks out because we released it, and after a week we had some little quirks. Some little quirks are, and I'll show you. Let's log in with your iMarkets Live username and password. Let's hope it works, right? So when you're doing an account, you have the investor password. You have, and I'm going to do this right now. I'm going to redo open an account and show you. Okay, guys, watch. Right now we have FXCM and Oanda. The Czech team, I'm trying to get them their stuff right away. And in terms of everybody else, within 2 weeks, you're going to have an unlimited selection of brokers in the industry. You are going to have something that's is just a whole next level. All right, so I'm going to be bringing that to the table. So you go here, you hit next, and you should get a username and password. There we go. So you see right here, guys, and I want you to pass this on to new people. You have a login and a password, and then you have the investor password. Forget the investor password. Log in right there. See that? Right there. Copy. So simple. And I'm going to get to trading. Don't worry about it. You got plenty of time, okay? So we're going to add a broker account right there. Account number. You paste it. Not a big deal. Simple. Password. See that password right there? Copy it. Go back to the site. Account name. We're going to call it Night Owl 1. All right. Account password right there. Simple. All right. FXCM or Oanda, whichever one. And then I'm adding another button for the Czech broker. I'm going to be working on that hopefully tonight. And then going forward, we're going to have a managed hosting with a whole nother button. And it's going to be a little bit extra every month because we're managing it. We're hosting the servers. These are done on APIs, which we explain in our videos. You add the account. All right. From here, that does not mean you're connected. You go to traders. You click on the Euromaster, and as we put other traders, you can grab them, but you see your accounts are up here. You click here on the trader that you like. You hit copy trade, copy. All right, you got your account as Night Owl, yes. You want to get an email on the trades, yes. You want to disable the signal, no, because you want to get it, right? Hit next, and then you want a risk multiplier. Guys, tell your teams, tell anybody who's on this thing, start with 1. I see people with 6. Why? Start with 1. Let your account grow. See how it goes. Maybe the guy loses some trades, you know? Start with 1. If this guy draws down 5%, it's okay on 1. If you have a 4 multiplier, he draws down 5%, that's 20% for you. Leave it at 1. This is not percentage. This is the multiple of what the master is doing. So now your account has been sent to be verified, just to make sure everything's right. Valid accounts will be taken in the next 24 hours. Fake account, which means that you put the wrong information, will be deleted. Then we hit save, and that's it. You're connected. You're connected. You have nothing else to do ever. You're done. You get connected, you start getting signals. When the trader does his thing, you do your thing. You're hands off for the rest of the life of with iMarkets Live. Okay? Don't make this complicated. I have people putting in the wrong usernames, the wrong passwords. They're putting accounts from other brokers. You have no idea what I'm seeing. All right. And we're emailing everybody and correcting it, or they're not connecting it. Please follow those simple 3 steps. It's so simple. And you're done. You want to come to the live room? You click on this right here. You join the live room. You download the software. You're in. Let's start looking at some charts, guys. I want to start looking at some charts. I'm in the charty type of mood right now. All right. EURUSD. I'll make that announcement at around 10 minutes, okay? I said I was going to have an announcement tonight, and we're going to do it in 10 minutes. This is a company called TradingView. I suggest get the pro account if you have the money. It's like 20 bucks a month extra. I believe it's like 19 to 20 bucks extra. I don't even know how much it is, quite honestly. I shouldn't be saying that. Whatever it is, it's not that expensive and allows you to save all your work. I like this platform. I like MetaTrader, I like NinjaTrader, and I like TradingView. And quite honestly, I don't follow all these guys. Look, watch. Let me show you. You go here. Don't waste your energy on following half these people. I'm telling you, they'll make you dizzy, and their information half the time is nonsense. It's wrong. They're just drawing stuff and posting it, and it's confusing. Don't even go there, all right? You stay and stick with price action. Stick with what works, all right? It'll drive you crazy. It did me. I believe it. I'm in the markets a long time. So let me just check, see if somebody got any. When will more traders be more on FX Signals Live? Very soon, Jake, because I wanted to release the first week with it, with FX Signals Live. I wanted to release the first week, and let me just turn this off, and get everybody on the same page, and just to make sure we were right. I could put up the other guys. I could put up another 3 or 4 guys. But if our base structure is wrong, then I have an issue on everything. So I see where the issues were. I had a guy literally send me in a whole spreadsheet, 20 of his people. He was upset. Nobody's connected. They never connected to the master account. So imagine multiplying that over 4 traders. So now that I see we're getting some quirks hammered out, I'll start bringing the other traders in. Believe me, you're going to have a lot. You're going to be very, very happy with what we're coming to the table with. I interviewed a guy yesterday. He's up in Canada. He has an amazing track record. He's going to be coming with us. We're speaking again this week. So I'm working on everything, guys. I promise you. All right? I promise you. We got a lot of things happening. So let's take a look at what's happening. You got the EURUSD is in this selling off mode. What I want to look at is where potential support can come in. So let's take a look. Let's take a look at the daily chart. All right, because we're technically in one big range, although it's been in a downtrendy overall. We're in one big range. So what I want to do is find the right spot for you. Let's call this black. Okay, so what I did was I took the last swing down to the last swing high, and I put an 886 retracement. Now that's a Fibonacci, it's a derivative of the Fibonacci number. 618, everybody knows 618. If you take the square root, and believe me, I'm not going to take you guys too deep into this. The square root of that gives you a 786, and the square root of that gives you an 886. Those numbers are really phenomenal. It's all based on what we call PHI. Now, if you go to our website in the back office on the trading, on the classes, on the seminars and webinars, I have all of that market geometry. I go from the beginning where the numbers come from. I'm not going to do it here. I don't want to step so high above somebody's head and they get mad at me. So what I want you to do, if you want to learn more about that, just go watch those videos. Right here, as you see, the market is approaching this 886 area. I like round numbers also. 1.06, 1.06 on the EURUSD. Watch that to see if the market can find some support All right, see if that market wants to find some support around the 1.06 spot. It's a round number, plus it coming into the 886 retracement zone. I'm not saying to buy. I'm not saying to buy a fall-in knife. I'm saying that basically what you have here is a key area of support. I wouldn't be surprised, guys. I wouldn't be surprised that right in here, right down here, right now, in this area, this market starts to find some support down here. Let me just format this to be a little bit less like that. All right. I would not be surprised if the EUR USD starts to find support here. Watch this prior swing low. Watch this right here, okay? I'm feeling that this area right here can be extremely nice in terms of support. If it starts popping back above here and you want to be aggressive, all right, if it starts popping back above there, above the 1.602, 062, anywhere above there, you want to be aggressive, you can buy it and put your risk down below at 1.057, 8, right down here, okay? This is a big area for the market. I'm looking at how it came down in waves. I'm looking at where it's actually forming now. So if I was to take this here, all right, and we were to come up again, and you have more of this shark or cipher pattern. This is where the shark pattern is your first spot to watch. All right, first spot. Let that market come up. Remember we talked about earlier, okay? Watch. Let's come back here. You're on an hourly chart. Here's what we want. Let it come up. Let it come up. Let it pull back and show it wants to hold. That's one way to do it. The other way to do it, guys, the other way is this, all right? You put a line across after the market moves up. You put a line across there, and you're buying on the way up. So let this market come down. Watch this 886 area. This is more of a shark or cipher type of pattern. Well, it went a little bit further than the cipher. But anywhere down here, this is where you want to get serious and start watching the buy side. You want to let the short-term trade turn up. So EUR USD, you're watching that, okay? You're not buying it now. You're watching and waiting. Let's take a look at the GBP USD. You guys are going to get an email with this webinar once it's processed. So don't worry about it. Don't worry about if you're missing anything. You're not going to miss anything. I promise you. Okay. Now, in our last class, we looked at big moves up and it fell short. And now we're coming back down. Okay. Let's take a look. Okay. Let's take a look and see what it's given us. All right, let's take a look. Okay, let's just throw some horizontal lines in. Guys, this is, I do my homework. Okay, it's 8:58. In the next minute or so, I'll make an announcement. It'll be more for the network marketing side. Would that be the same point as the entry point? Okay, wait. Okay, Jake, would that be the same as the entry point? Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? Okay. So what's he talking about? What's he talking about? Can't hear me. What's he talking about? Hey, Pam. Okay. All right, I'll get back to that. The red line at the bottom. On this chart? No, on the other chart you mean, right? Let me go. Want me to go back to the other chart, Jake? Okay, you mean this right here? This right here? Be patient. Be patient. Be patient. Okay. What I'm doing right now is I'm looking at prior swing lows. Okay, I'm looking at all the prior swing lows that the market had. So all I'm drawing right now is all these prior swing lows. I'm trying to get an idea of where prior support was. Okay. I'm just looking at where prior support was. That's all I'm doing right now. Because look, the market's testing down. It's testing down. It's testing down. It's testing down. And I'm not sure that this is going to make new lows. It feels as though that's ending and it's trying to get people out of it. It's trying to get people faked out to the downside before it turns up. Because if we look at this on a higher time frame, watch. And let me just take this one. It's clean. I take this one on a higher time frame. The GBP USD. If we look at this on a higher time frame, it's could be forming this higher low. You see that? So potentially, this is what I'm looking at, right? Watch. 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's where I'm eventually looking for this to go. This stopped going down and it's been chugging along down. It's been chugging along down. And if we look at it, it's had like these 3 drives. Let me see if I could show you what I'm getting at. And if you're new, don't be nervous and like, I can't understand this. Don't worry about it, man. You keep coming back and I promise you, you will get this, okay? So what we've had within the structure, this is a weekly chart, okay? This is a weekly chart. But we see that the market had a low to high, it shifted its momentum. Remember what I said, doesn't matter the time frame. Just sold off, now it shifted its momentum. If this was going to make new lows already, it would have been sharper. This is actually telling you that it's trying to find a way to stop going down. It's had 3 drives down, then a push up, now it's coming down. I'm looking for a higher low at this point. I'm looking for a higher low so that way we can find a reversal point. Now, that's that higher time frame. Let's bring this back to an hourly chart. Let's get rid of this chart. Okay, real quick, guys, real quick. I want to put this up here because I know I got guys from the exchange. I know I got guys from TTT. I know I got other guys from the Asian crew. I got guys from Latin America. I met this guy. He's in our group. He's part of Global Vision. And the first announcement, his name is Arsalan John. You guys know him? Who knows Arsalan? Who knows Arsalan? Come on. Who's on his team? So, you guys know Arsalan? You guys know Arsalan? Everybody knows Arsalan? Everybody knows him. This guy knows everybody. And I was introduced to him. And he's helped me make some changes already. He's helped me better certain things. He's 20 years old, and this guy thinks like a 35-year-old, beyond his years. I just spoke to his mother today, believe it or not. And I said to her, you got such an amazing young son that I want to keep him personally as I want to mentor this guy. I want to see him become very successful and look out for you, I told his mother, in the future. And she's excited. She's real excited. She's went on and she bragged about him. But I'm bringing him on, and he's going to represent Europe, the vice president of Europe. So he's going to be a little bit more attached to the corporation because he's working directly with me. And let me tell you something, he's got your back, period. And that's what I love, because IML wasn't built from the corporate standpoint. All right? You guys, listen to my voice, guys. I'm straight up from the streets. I'm a regular guy. All right? I didn't build IML to have this big giant corporation, to have all these guys, corporate, mucky mucks. Look, it's all about you guys, and that's who I am. So he represents you. I'm going to get his bio. I want to get his picture. I'll put him up on the site. And he's going to be like, we're going to call him either the executive director of Europe or the vice president of Europe, because his European team, the Czech team, he's got people in Spain, all over the planet that are growing. He's 20 years old, and guys, he has your back. And I want to make sure one thing, that you guys always know we got your interest at firsthand. We have other guys in our company like Temo Gomez, Gang Chen. We got Bruce Fischler. We got other executives in our company, guys that are working with us, guys that are top performers, building huge groups. We got Dwayne Noble, who's brought a gentleman to the table, bringing 250,000 people from another company. He has a massive organization. We have some of the most amazing people in our company. But Arsalan, Guy shines, man. So I want you to let him know when you speak to him that congratulations, thumbs up, because he's going on our site and he's representing you. He's representing IML, and we're going to work together to make things better for you guys, okay? So the other thing, the major announcement was, and that's a major announcement, but the major announcement is I want to put a promo for Christmas. I want to put money in your hands, but I want you to have fun also. So number one, the business on the network marketing side is all about obviously sponsoring, building teams, and it all starts off with you personally sponsoring. Without that, you got no group, right? And I look at it as leaders leave. You're a leader. You're setting the tone for your team. You're going forward and setting the tone for your team. And I always believe in leaving taillights. Whenever I work, I want people to look at taillights because the speed of the group is determined by the speed of the leader. I'm sure we can all agree with that. So I'm looking at starting as of today, and I'm giving you a head start, okay? Get this done. Get it done. You sponsor 10, whether it's and they have to be platinum, whether they are gold and they upgrade to platinum or straight in as platinum. You give me 10, all right? And I will bring you to Vegas. Now, there's two parts to this. The first part is you got 10. I will put you up in an executive suite in my building where I am. I live in a resort, okay? I will bring you here, feed you, you get to hang out with me. If you see all the stuff on Facebook, believe me, you ask Arsalan, you ask Austin, you ask Chris Derrick, you ask Faustin, you ask John, you ask these guys. They've been here, okay? They've been here. They've been to my residence. I will give you a couple of days, bring you here for a few days and personally mentor you on trading. You will get my time. You will sit at my freaking table, this table right here, and I will personally mentor you. All right. I will make you a beast with trading. All right. You get on the airplane, you show up. Now, if you give me 20, I will fly you here. Okay. Because anybody could do 10. You give me 20, I will fly you in. Now, guys that are overseas, I have to give a certain amount to that. Obviously, I can't spend $2,000 for you to fly over, or 1,000, whatever it is. But in the United States, Canada, fine. All right. So work that out. I'm going to send an email tonight. I'll let you know all that. I want to get back to my charts, but the major announcement is we have a promo starting tonight on the 22nd, going to the new year. You have a month and 9 days or 8 days to get this done. I want to sit with you personally. Matter of fact, you'll do the night owls with me when we do them, okay? So let's get back to the charts, guys. Right here, what I'm doing is I'm looking at the British pound, and I'm looking at where support can come in. Prior lows, prior swing lows. Right now, this market is pushing down. Here's what I'm expecting, all right? I'm expecting this to come down into the zone. So right now, for the next several days, I think we have to leave this alone. 1.51, I would say down to about 1.508 will be the sweet spot that we want to see. What's going to happen on this area right here is we just have to watch this hourly make its way down. I don't particularly see anything happening with it right now. There's nothing I can't put any magic to that. AUD USD. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at what we got. This week is going to be a slower week, guys. I mentioned that to you. It's going to be a much, much slower week. Here's what I like with this AUD USD. I like the fact that this is still overall in a downtrending environment. I want you to show you and point this out to you right here. Okay, this is in a downtrending environment. All that happened since then, since this downtrend, is you have this. Okay, so looking at the structure on the daily chart, this market should go a lot lower. All right, you came up, you put a lower high, and it should continue lower. Watch. Here's what I'm expecting. You gave your drive down, you got your retracement up. Now you should see a continuation. All right, you should see a continuation down on the AUD/USD. You see that? You had your 5 wave down, you had an ABC corrective wave, you had your first swing down to determine that this is in, and then we're going to continue lower. You went up, you found resistance, all this resistance up here. Watch. See here to here. You got that low, and you got that high, okay? Little data points. You see what happened? The market went in here, stopped going up, is now shifting back down. You can look forward. This should be a nice move to the downside. Here on the hourly charts, see that? The reversal starting already to take place. Let's take a look at what happened on the upside. Watch. I had 3 drives up. They weren't the prettiest, but trends end after 3 drives. Trends end after 3 drives. You see that? 3 drives up, the trend ended. It's now continuing in the direction of the higher time frame. Higher time frame is that daily chart. You see that? Here's what I'm looking for, guys. Keep an eye on this. Let this come down. Let it come down. It doesn't matter where it goes. The deeper the better. That first retracement up you get, go short, because this is going to be a start of a continuation lower, right? So you take your Fibonacci, go from high to low, right? Like that. And all you're doing is this. I'm going to show you. Very, very simple. Draw it out. So let's just say the market stopped going here and goes up. All you're doing is putting a zone to watch halfway up. You look to short it. You put your stop up here and look for a bigger play to the downside. So the 1 hour chart of the AUD/USD, you want to roadmap this out. You've already had your 3 pushes up, should not go up anymore, and we should get a move down. Typically what you get after 3 drives, guys, is this, an A, B, C correction. That's normal. What I'm looking at is a reversal because the higher time frame already had its ABC up, lower high, and now it's starting to swing lower. Okay, guys? So first rally up on the AUD/USD is a shorting opportunity, and you're looking for a bigger play to the downside. All right, you got that done. NZD/USD. NZD/USD. Okay. All right, this had similar type of action. Similar type of action. All right, this still wants to go lower. Same thing with this. All right, same thing with this. You get yourself a bounce. You can actually look at the prior swing up right here. Any bounce back up into this, you see this area? This value area? This is where value has taken place, where there's a lot of overlap. Anything back up will set up a shorting opportunity. On the NZD/USD, what you're looking at, all right, where is that thing? Trend line. There it goes. Anything back down, anything back up into this zone, I don't care what chart you look at, if you look at an hourly MT4 chart, has all this data. Anything back up, you put in a short, you put a stop above the high. There's nothing saying that this market is turning back up. It's in a negative environment, okay? NZD/USD. Let's take a look at CAD, USD CAD. Okay. All right. We had looked at this the other day, and we were basically saying that let this market shift its momentum from going up to down. So here's where it did it, right? For instance, we were looking at this, and you see how it gave it shift back up for the short. But when it went back down, it was limited and failed and came back up. What's great about what I'm telling you is you get these first reactions up, the move down, you could kick partials out, and you remove risk from the equation. As long as they stay below this line, you got a winner. Sometimes they fail. Patterns fail. It just is what it is. So I want to show you that patterns fail. I say it's when patterns attack, But right now, nothing's stopping this. This market right now is on its way up. It's charging higher. And I know people always ask me about the CAD, but right now, it's basically saying that right there, that data point wants to get tested again. And you guys have been in Night Owls. We talked about shorting this. And then last week we were talking about, I don't know, was it one of these areas? But essentially, right now, this market's saying, I want to go a lot higher. And here's a data point, and that's where the market wants to focus on, if not higher. I have nothing to say about the USD CAD. USD JPY. If it doesn't give us anything, we don't need it. Okay. We talked about this the other day, actually, was the pullback down on the daily chart. If you guys recall this last week, we talked about having a pullback down and then a move up. And we talked about this in our trading room in our live trading room. Right now, there's no immediate pattern, but I'll tell you what, we do have more or less like a Gartley type of pattern that we want to be respectful with. So let's take a look. You have a high, you have a low, you have that swing up, swing down, up again. Not the prettiest. Not the prettiest in the world. All right. It actually was here. Not the prettiest in the world. But this would need to swing all the way back down for us to do anything. I don't see anything happening right now. I think over the next few days, it's going to chop around. We have a holiday. We have 3 days of trading left. I don't particularly see this thing reversing right away. USD JPY, we're just going to take this off the table and forget about it. Okay, we have GB, we have the EUR. Actually, let's go back to the scanner and see what that's doing for us. Okay. All right. As I said, with these scanner patterns, you got to just kind of let the market shift. Would you want to be down here buying or wait? You want to wait. So I'm going to go again for somebody who was not there earlier. Is you got, for instance, the EUR-JPY hourly chart. It's in the zone. I don't particularly like doing that. I like doing this 15-minute chart. All right, 15-minute chart. Let that market reverse from going down to up, and then you get your pullback down. Let this market stop going down before you do anything. There is nothing saying you need to buy this down here. Let the market reverse, okay? Let's take a look at the CAD-JPY as we talked about earlier. All right, guys, you see how it hit support, it hit our level. Let it turn up. Let it prove itself. Let's pick up some of those other charts that we looked at earlier because I know there was a couple of them that turned up. EUR NZD, like we were just talking about, let this market turn down a bit, even if it consolidates here a little bit. I like that. I like the long side. Let your indicator retrace, your MACD, whatever you're using. Let this market retrace a little bit and go long the market. This is a buy, but not yet. It's a buy, but you still want to let that short-term chart trigger for you. Let me see what else we have here. All right. Just some stuff we were picking up from earlier. There it goes. There, where'd that go? This is another one. All right, this is another one. I think I actually made this in the video. AUDJPY. AUDJPY hit resistance up here. All right, just like we talked about with the AUD-USD, remember? Same principle. Same principle. Let it get a bounce up. Let it get a bounce up and then turn down for you. The AUD is already turned. We saw this on the other charts. Okay, if it's one AUD, whether it's that one or this one, let them turn. Okay, let them turn. All right, I don't see anything else on that. Let's get back to these charts. Let's get back to the EUR-JPY, which we talked about. Let's see, what else? What else? Actually, I have an idea. Okay, guys, I have an idea. Let's draw out the Gartley pattern. Let's draw out a pattern and go through it step by step. Okay? What chart is this? This is a 4-hour chart of the GBP AUD. Let's draw this out together. All right? I think that's important. Are the scanners being fixed right now? What do you mean? My scanner works. What do you mean, Bernard? Are you new with it, Bernard? Are you new? All right. Um, email support right now. I'll tell you what I'll do with you. Email support right now about your scanner. Scanner. Just like this, okay? Okay, just like I showed you. And then say, and then leave your phone number in there. And what I'll do, I'll get on a screen share with you. I'll get somebody to help you. If not, I'll get on a screen share. And I'm sure it's not a big deal. All right. It's I have like one meeting after this, and then okay. Oh, how about this, Bernard? It may be your ppm 145. If your monthly has went up, you got to put ppm 145 as your skew. Okay, remember that. After 30 days, you got to put it up. All right. So yeah. So okay. So then just do that. Change your skew to ppm 145. Okay. Watch in here, guys. Watch in here. ppm 145. Okay. Don't pay attention to that. Don't you log into my stuff. All right. I have to change my password again. ppm 145. Okay. Just do that. Okay, my brother. Okay. Okay. Let me see. Okay. It's fine. It should work. If it's working for me right now, it'll work for you. I mean, I don't have a special scanner. I have the same one you do. But let me get back to that one chart that we want to talk about, the GBP AUD, and let's look at a 4-hour chart. Let's look at a 4-hour chart, and let's go through there, okay? And I see that we have actually two charts in one. Let's go back to the longer term chart. Okay, let's go to okay, let's look at a couple things here. So what you want when you do harmonic trading, right? You want to have that established low, established high, okay? Swing low, swing high. And what you're doing is you're looking for how deep does it come down? How high does it go back up? And how deep is it going to come again? All right. You're looking at certain criteria for this to happen. That's all you're looking for. And you're always with harmonic patterns. You're looking at A to B, C to D. You're always looking at A to B, C to D. You're always looking for D. Okay. So we're always looking for the completion point. And the reason I have the scanner, can you imagine having to do this all the time physically? It's hard, man. All right. I can't physically do it all the time. It'd wear your brain out. And believe me, we had to do this for the longest time by hand. So now you got a scanner that does it for you. So the Gartley pattern was invented by a gentleman by the name of Larry Pesavento. Let me show you Larry. Larry's a good friend of mine. Okay. Actually, let me just do this. Let me do this. Incognito. All right. Larry Press. There it goes. You see, I always type. I'm always searching him. I love Larry. Larry's a great man. He's brought a lot to the industry. But Larry has brought a lot to the industry. All right. Actually, I have to let me see if I could do this, guys. Let me turn my screen off for a minute. Okay. Let me just turn my screen off for a minute. And let me log in here. I'll show you something. Just hold on. Here it is. All right, so let me turn this back on here real quick. All right, my friend, a good friend of mine, Sigi, him and I, good friends, and he sends me this once in a while from Larry. Larry's always putting up his charts, and Larry does his work by hand. Okay, Larry's always doing his work by hand. Does amazing, amazing work. Okay. Thank God we have the scanner to do this for us, but he does it by hand. I like doing my work by hand also. So he's brought a lot to the industry. Okay, let me get back. So in 1999, I believe, he released a book about harmonic patterns. And he was the first one that brought this to the industry, the Gartley pattern, because he read a book called, I'll show you the book. Hold on. Actually, I'll show you the book. I'll show you the book. I got to turn the screen off because I have certain things I got to be, here it is. And I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Okay, here it is. This is the book he wrote. He brought to light. I'll give a little history on harmonic patterns so you guys know. Okay, in page 222 of this book, okay, it was done by H.M. Gartley, Profits in the Stock Market. And I'm going to hook you guys up tonight. Whoever wants it, you just get to email me, and I'm going to send you a copy. Okay, so I'm going to give you my email address to send it to. I'll get you a copy. Actually, I don't want to blow up my support email, but what we'll do is I'll set you up in an email. Okay. Oh, geez. Page 222. So I'm going to show you where this harmonics all started because most people don't even know that. Great book. Great book. I read this. I didn't even know at the time when I did read it. Okay, 21, 22. Here, right here. So there was what's called the Market Technicians Association. They had a meeting and it was in Houston. It was in, oh my gosh, what part of Texas was it? It was in Texas, not in Houston. I forgot where it was. Down where the Alamo is, wherever that place is. They had it in Texas, and Larry had saw somebody speaking about the book. So Larry actually went home. He looked at the book, and he thought, "Wow, nice book," you know. And he went up to this area, and he figured, I don't know how he came up with it, but he invented the Gartley pattern based on this. I have no idea how I don't know what he was looking at, but Larry figured it out, and it became, from that point, called the Gartley, page 222. So, San Antonio, Texas. Okay. Um, Tim Farrell, you can't get it on your Mac, the scanner? Tim, you can't get the scanner on your Mac? Okay, I got an idea. Christopher, Derek, can you help him? Would you be able to help him after the seminar? Could you give him a call and help him? All right, Chris, just put your phone number there, and Tim, give Christopher a call. Let Chris help you, okay? You might have the wrong input, Don't worry about it, man. We got you. All right? We got a great team here. So Larry came up with the book, and from there derived the butterfly and everything else, and other people got involved in the industry. Okay, great. So basically taking the low, taking the high, and you're looking for that first retracement to come in at around what we call a 618 retracement. From there, you're looking for the market to rally and put a lower high and then drive down again. Okay, I did something wrong. We're going to do that again. Okay. One more time. One more time. Thank you, Chris. Okay, so here, 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 here. So the way this Gartley works and what Larry had come up with was you have your first retracement is a 618, you rally to a lower high, and then you drive down again, and it would come into what we call an 786, right there. Let me just make sure you guys are set up. All right, let Christopher help you. Don't worry about it anymore right now. Okay, Tim, focus on what we're doing. Okay, so that right there is the perfect Gartley. You have this. Now, if you go to our website and have in your scanner course, you have all this in there, and I draw it out for you. But that's really basically that simple. Now, it's okay to have patterns within patterns. If we look here, let's change this. Let's actually leave that. And then we're going to look at this. We're going to look at this. You're going to look at that. You're going to swing down again. This is actually going to set up that butterfly. You got a lower high and then a lower low. Okay. So let me just change that and I'll show you. You don't have to be reliant on one particular pattern. You actually could have multiple patterns within the whole structure. Since both these patterns both hit at the same structure, you're getting that reversal point on the GBP AUD. This is where we go down to the lower time frame. You can go down to a 15-minute chart. It doesn't matter. Reset the chart. Okay. Now, when you're looking at the larger structure, there's a huge move to come. This is what you want to see. You want to see that impulse. All you're looking for now is this, guys. You're letting the market impulse up. Trends already starting to go up. The higher time frame trends start on the lowest time frame. So this impulse is what you're looking for. It's that first retracement down is what traders love. The fact that it's impulsing that hard, you should have a shallow retracement. Then you should have a whole nother leg up. Eventually it'll look like this. I know you can't see it now. I know you can't believe it now, but you have to roadmap what's going on. You're taking your swing low. You're taking your swing up. All right, the fact that it's doing that so hard, you can go as low as a 24%. 24% retracement. All right, here's what I would do. Basically, I would look right in here for retracement. How I would do this, guys, once it stops going up, going down, you put partial here, and partial here. You're buying the pullback on the GBP AUD, and your stop goes all the way down at the low. All right. So you're putting partials on the way down. It should not even get down here, and if it does, it's okay, because the 38 to 50% retracement is normal on the first pullback. I wouldn't mind putting a little bit here on the 24%, 38 and 50%, and you're buying into the pullback. You're putting all your stuff down here. Why? Let's take a look at the bigger picture. You see the bigger picture? So let's think about it. You have a massive opportunity to the upside. It has to turn around. Show me one other time in the history where the market, except for this right here, where the market basically didn't even retrace. Even this ended up retracing. So this is naturally going up. It's not a big bar like that, obviously. That was some kind of news. Let the market retrace down. This right here, guys, this was climax. This is climax, okay? Let me see if I can even, if I can add an indicator for volume. I bet I can't, but don't worry about that. This is all climactic stuff to end the trend. Now you're getting that reversal back up. Wait for the pullback. GBP AUD. Let's bring in the 30-minute chart. Okay, guys? You got a lot of support down here. This is on a buy. Pullbacks down. That's your friend, okay? You guys with me so far? You guys with me so far? All right, just keep in mind, it's going to be a little bit of a freaking quiet week. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it's a night owl, but the reality is just got to be respectful of what's coming this week. Okay, what other charts you want me to look at that you, what other charts you guys want to look at? All right. Any charts? Okay. This is showing where it ended. Okay, and we talked about this the other day. See, you want to let the market reverse. You just don't want to buy. You don't want to just do that. You never just want to jump into the trade, haphazardly. USD MXN, AUD JPY. Okay, all right, guys, hold on. Oil, EUR AUD. Let's start with the EUR AUD. We're right here. We're right here. All right, let's take the EUR AUD. All right, we see that this market's in an obvious down move, and EUR AUD. You got a swing here and a swing here. All I'm looking at right here is you have this swing right here. All right. You have swings like that. Okay. So let's take this. Let's copy and paste it. EUR AUD hourly chart. All right. So going forward, it's not going to happen right now, but at least I'll set your sail in the right direction. All right. So right here would be the 100%. And I'll show you what it's going to look like. If I could find an A to B, C to D pattern. There it goes. Here, 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 okay? So remember, you're always looking for an A to B, C to D. This is running right around 50% of the swing back up. That's fine. But I want you guys, we talk about it every so often, called value. You see this right here? That's value area. So right now, I don't particularly see a buy. I would wait for you to wait for it to come up. All right. I would wait for that to come up here. We don't know if this is going to create a harmonic pattern. We don't know if it's going to go up 3 drives. You don't know it. All right. We don't know yet how it's going to get there. And I'm sure at some point it's going to get there. We also have a little bit of a swing here. All right, let me just get rid of that. You got this little swing here. This that we want to focus on. Oh my God. All right, I would not. See this right here? You're so oversold. I would not mess with this down here. I would not mess with this. What could happen from here, my friend, is this can come down a bit, but then start to go higher. So I think because you had such a climactic move down, I think you need a bigger move back up. Climactic move down, better retracement up. I believe you're not going to get so far to the downside with this because it just had such a climactic move. You're at the end of a big swing. I say just be patient, and if you can get back up to 1.491, 1.49, 1.491 right up here, this is going to be a sweet spot for shorting the market. Okay? Makes sense? Makes sense? BK, you got me? Okay, so what I'm doing for you guys who are asking me is so you don't, oops, how do I do that? How do I send a message to everybody? I just figured out, how do I send a message to everybody? Where'd you guys go? Okay. I don't know what I did wrong, guys. All right. Anyway, somebody else had asking for uh, oil. Okay. Oil. Let's go here. CFD. This is on a different time frame, so it looks weird. So just forgive me, okay? Okay. We were looking at this particular pattern that potentially could still come down there. I don't know yet. We don't know. It's still in this weird little area. We drew this out the other day. It's just been consolidating here, so I really don't have anything to say about oil as of yet. I still feel that we can potentially come lower, and it's been overlapping for about a week, so there's nothing really new that oil's given us. All right, I really have nothing to say on that. EURUSD. I think we talked about the EURUSD. We talked about the EURUSD to watch. I know somebody just asked me again. Watch the 886 spot, 1.6, 1.6. All right, you want to let this market stop going down and show some type of a reversal, like for instance, something like that. All right, but right now that market's just in a deep sell-off. It's hurting a lot of people who are trying to buy it. I'd rather you just leave it alone. Let's see. What else? What else? Guys, what was the other one? Is it USD EUR MXN? What was that one again? I can't seem to figure out how to see the chat. I gotta USD MXN. Okay. I don't know how I can do that. USD MXN. USD MXN. I know how I'm gonna do this. There we go. Looks like you're, I know we want to have a pattern, right? You want to have something. So let's just see what we have here. Basically, the U.S. dollar is strong. I mean, it's just strong against everything else right now. We could just see it, There's nothing there. The EUR GBP. Vernon Shore. I remember watching the movie JFK, and I guess the big guy from The Attorney, Vernon Shore. Okay, I don't know what we did here. EUR GBP. We pretty much looked at this earlier. Same thing. We want to see that reverse. We don't have anything. Same thing. We had the EUR GBP, where we had the pattern down here. Let me just remove all this junk down here. Anyway, I don't particularly see. I know that we're hitting a pattern, a cipher pattern, a shark pattern. Sorry, and the EUR GBP came down in 3 drives, a 5-wave down, Vernon. But we could just see it came down and it's just been dancing sideways. You're going to have to wait for this to stop going down and do some kind of reversal back up. There is nothing to buy right now on the shorter term time frame on this hourly chart. The daily chart's fine. The daily chart's there, but your hourly chart's just kind of being lackadaisical. There's no impulse. There's no real strong action going in the other direction. So quite honestly, leave it alone. Wait and watch the hourly chart of the GBP, EUR GBP, and let that reverse from going down to up. Let it show a spike up of some sort that is basically saying, I'm not going down anymore. All right? AUDJPY, AUDJPY. We'll get to everybody. Don't worry about it. Okay? This right here, just like we discussed earlier with the AUD-USD, and I believe not there, but the AUD-USD, we talked about the same thing, where you have the ability, hold on a second, let me just fix this. Where you could see this market drove down, now you're getting that corrective wave back up, and the higher time frame wants to turn down again. So that's fine. That's fine. Let's take a look. Let's just take a look here. You got swing high here, swing high here. So now you have resistance 88.5, 88.5 right up in here. So anything you have, same as the AUD USD, I want you to look at it like this, okay? Markets driving down, markets retrace up, and start the wave process down. The higher time frames are already saying to you that it's going down. Let it retrace up. You may have some news come out. the London Open, New York Open, let it come up. Once it starts bouncing, maybe halfway back up, you short them, you put your stop right above. It should not go up there again. All right? You good with that, Adam? You follow? The same as we did with the AUD USD, same principle. Adam? Adam. Adam's gone. He's in the freaking whirlpool with all his friends. There he is. Already in trading profit. Nice, nice. Okay. Let's see. EURCAD. EURCAD. Okay. Christopher French. Let's look at a daily chart. Okay, look, Chris, let's take a look at the past. Okay, let's take a look at the past, and the past is going to tell us what's going on right now. So if we look right at the middle of the past, you see that? We look right at the middle of the past. All this data right here, you see all this data? This data right now is telling us all the prices right now are struggling because of all this past data, all right? So knowing that's the case, let's take a look at retracement level from swing low to swing high, okay? Let's go, let's put in a 62% retracement. Let's put in a 50% retracement, okay? What do we got here? I don't have too much. Let's take that one more time, clone it and go forward. Take that high and take this low right here. Let's take that. Let's get rid of all this other stuff here. We don't need it. 786. Okay. And let's take a 7.707. That is diagonal of a square. This right here we don't need. Okay. We don't need that. Huh. I don't know, Chris. Let's take a look. Okay, we go from here to here, and we want to start looking at extensions to the downside. No good. And we also looking at this. All right. I mean, we see a lot happening here, Chris. More or less, it's just price right in here trying to hold. However, if we look at the other charts here, the charts aren't telling us much. They're not. There's no impulse. It's just dead. I wouldn't necessarily get excited about this yet. You really need to see this just get away. It's all about, look, is the market going? Which direction is the market going? Right here, it's a dead sideways market. Yeah, you know, you really need to see it get away from this. Yes, we understand that the past, and I'm going to have, listen, can you believe I've been working on one screen for the past 8 weeks? I'll tell you what happened. I had my screen. I brought my computer yeah, I know, Kevin. I brought my computer to Vegas, and I thought I'll just send my other stuff. No problem. I'll just get other screens. I have a Dell, so I went out and bought some Samsung monitors, 27-inch. So my plugs don't work. The plugs don't work from a Dell to a Samsung because the Dell is a DVI and the Samsung is some VGA. They just don't work. Stressing out. I mean, I had Austin, all the guys here. You guys were here with me. I'm like, oh man. So I went to Staples. I bought these converter plugs. Took them like freaking 3 weeks, 2 weeks to get them here. I get them here. It still don't work. Fine. So Kevin Moyer, who just messaged, He goes to my house in Minnesota and he sends me my 2 screens that I had there at 27-inch. I have a whole set of 24 inches, but they wanted like $2,000, $3,000 to send freaking screens. Like, I don't need to do that. So he sent me the 27-inch ones. Of course they don't work. They're the same ones as the one that I had the problem with. So yesterday, I went to Best Buy and I bought the same Dell screens. No, they don't work, Kevin. They literally don't work. It's the same as the other ones. So I went to yeah, I went to Best Buy and I gave back my original screen and I bought 2 more of the exact Dell screens that I have. So Wednesday or Thursday they'll be arriving. And for next weekend I'll have multiple screens as I and when Isis has to go back at the end of the month and she's going to ship me my other screens of what I'm going to need. So, oh my gosh, for the past 8 weeks, I'm dealing with this drama. Oh my God. So, yeah, let me just see here. Anyway, guys, we're running into the last couple of minutes of the session here. Let me see if I missed anything. I didn't miss anything. EUR, CAD, JPY. We talked about everything. What do you think about the CHF? Now, if you guys be around tomorrow, I mean, the live trading room is fun. We got a lot going on. Okay, so the CHF, we talked about this. And those of you guys that have been with me, we talked about this. That this right here, we were liking for the first buy on the breakout. We had basically explained last week how this works in the past couple weeks as we've been doing this. And what we're seeing here is, I'm not going to call this, let me see if I could find it. Okay. I'm not going to call this a 5-wave up. I'm going to call this 3 drives. 1 drive, 2 drives, 3 drives, okay? So that's going to end at some point, and we're going to get a retracement. Just right now, this is still in that process of that 3 drives up. Had a breakout from the triangle. We looked at this whole structure, and we looked at this on the buy side, that on support, and now you're getting your 3rd drive up. This is not a 5-wave from Elliott. It's basically a momentum move, and this should start to end and then correct. This correction at some point, and we're going to be here next week, and we'll go through this again, because I don't anticipate this actually correcting in the next couple of days. So let me show you what we're going to lay out. You'll basically be looking at your 38, 50, 24%. All right. Lysandra, you're going to make me go back. So from the daily chart, I'm expecting these 3 drives to start and correct down. At some point, we're going to get a nice correction, but right now, it's still in that completion point of that 3rd drive up, the USD CHF. So I would leave that alone for now. And same as the euro. You know, let it stop going up, let it correct. This is going to correct. All right, the euro and the CHF used to be identical, and they shifted after January. Everything just seemed to shift. Okay, after January, after the unpegged himself to the euro, the CHF. So EUR AUD. So the EUR AUD, Latondra, what I'm looking for is do nothing until you get to about 1.49. 1.49. That's where you got a one-to-one relationship, A to B, C to D, plus some price structure here. So kind of you just have to leave it alone until you get there. 1.48, definitely have some resistance, 1.48, We can see it right now, actually. You can see it just hit. You actually could see it right now. It just hit. You see that right here? But I'm cautious to shorten this because you had a big climax down. It potentially can go a lot higher. I think you wouldn't want to touch this here. I think it's too risky. You let it go higher. So it may take a few days, but quite honestly, may not even happen this week. You know, may not even happen this week. So um, we're going to be around family. You're going to be around family this coming week. And family will tend to tell you all the reasons why what you're doing is not going to work. And I want you to give yourself that permission to succeed. We talked about this the other day, but you're going to be around family, and family will tell you why, why, why what we do doesn't work, why network marketing is a pyramid, why trading is risky, why you should go back to school, why you should get a job, why you should blah, blah, blah. And quite honestly, it's harsh to say, but if they're not in a position in life where you want to be, you really have to take their advice as, good, intended, but with a grain of salt. Because if they're not in a position where they can take your life and change it, you gotta just kind of go with it. Now, I'm the type where I would not tell you to go tell your family what's going on. You know, it's very easy. It's very excitable to say, you got to see, we got the trading thing, we got this, we got that. And then they come at you with, well, my friend lost all his money in trading. Well, you'll see, I'm the kind, silence is golden. Okay. I'm the kind where you tell your family, if they ask you what you're doing, you say, I'm working hard. I'm working hard. You know, people don't want to see you succeed, period. Have this. I have it to this day. Believe me, I have it to this day. I got family telling me, you're working too hard. You need to relax. Money isn't everything, and that stuff is risky. Listen, people ask you on on Thanksgiving. So what are you doing? Oh man, I just working hard, just got a lot of things happening, and just I'm out there grinding, and I got my little business, I working hard. You don't want to brag. You brag, you open yourself up to get shot. Okay? That's like you going to the hood and screaming, I got $1 million. They're gonna shoot you in the head. You gotta stop that. I know it's exciting. What we have is exciting. Believe me, I know it. My life has been affected just on trading alone. All right, the network marketing side. My God, we got people all over the world. You know, but you gotta give yourself permission to succeed, but give yourself permission to shut the frig up. Okay? What I want to see you do is that now we're going to go into the holiday season. The trading's going to be a little bit different, but right now is a head start. You got 38 days, 39 days till January 1st. Now, what you do, you send an email to support Jose Miguel, leave your phone number, and say, can you please call me? And here's an ideal time, so on and so forth. That's the best way, because I don't particularly have anybody working at 10 o'clock at night to answer the phone who's going to help you with your scanner. I mean, the markets, we actually will help you. We'll take care of you. I will make sure somebody takes care of it, but just leave the phone number and time to call you. Okay? It's Sunday night. People have to rest. During the week, we grind all day, but on Sunday nights, I can't drive people into the ground. Although I'm very demanding. Sunday nights, I kind of let people just chill out. Our team. Um, no, 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 no. Jose Miguel, don't even do that. Don't put your number there, brother. Put an email, support@imarketslive.com. All right, and put the time that's best for them to call you to go over, and they'll do a screen share. Okay. Don't give me your number. I can't do anything with that. I have like 4 calls after we finish. Just please do that, and they'll take care of you. I promise. Just say, just put whatever. They'll take care. I'll have Michelle call you, Gerard or Michelle, or somebody else will call you, or Frank. I got a few people that can contact you. No problem. All right. So focus, guys. You have 38, 39 days until the new year. Let's write some goals down. Not, I want to buy a horse. I ride a horse. I had a guy actually. I asked him. I didn't know he's like in some other country, and I thought he was somebody else. He told me, he goes, my goal is to ride a horse, which I thought was cool. He's like 16 years old, you know. Um, but you got to write your goals down in terms of your business. Now, I'm going to do a class on this, and I'll send it out in terms of your business plan, writing goals, and all that. But really start thinking about what your plan is for 2016, what you did right and what you did wrong in 2006, in 2015. Where could you have done better? Has your study habits been not right? Is your relationship with yourself, with your wife, with your kids, with your friends, are they intact? You really have to look at everything going around you. Are you having any kind of outside issues that are causing you to not focus properly? I know there's a gentleman here, him and I spoke, we chatted, and I want you to wake up in the morning. If you're working at a job, I want you to be the best you possible. As long as that job is paying you, you are the best employee possible. Do not wake up in the morning and go, I got to go to this stupid job, or, I hate being there and this is no good. That just changes your energy. You want to wake up in the morning with that attitude like, hello, boss. Good morning, boss. Today is going to be a great day today. Today, I'm going to be successful. Today, I'm going to give positive energy to people. I'm going to meet the next Jose Miguel. I'm going to meet the next Vernon Shaw. I'm going to meet the next Kevin Moyer, the next Kevin Bretner. I'm going to give positive energy. You go to work and you be the best you can be. Don't wake up in the morning mad. The end of the day, you're positive. Then you're mad again. You got to be steady Freddy. You got to be steady Freddy, period. Bill Britt principles, period. You're correct, Ben. Bill Britt from Amway. You got to have that steady attitude, that positive. Listen, you got the universe on your side. If you want it, when I say universe, now you got different religions, so you understand what I'm saying. You could be Catholic, Protestant, atheist, I don't care what it is. You got the universe, the one, whether it's God, whatever you believe, you got that behind you. There is nothing in the world that can stop you. If you call on that power to succeed, there is nothing that can prevent you from succeeding. So if you wake up in the morning and you got iMarkets Live on your side, along with the universe, yeah, you got a job or you have a business. Look at Dr. Joe Gilson as a chiropractor. You go out there and you be the best chiropractor. You be the best attorney. Until you get your freedom, you be the best of the best at whatever you do, because that's going to keep you motivated for what we're doing here. I don't want you to come on Sunday nights and feel, oh man, I got to get up in the morning and go to work. That's not my problem, that you've led a life up until this point that hasn't got you that freedom. It's my problem now to tell you what you need to do going forward. See, if you keep doing the same stupid things that you've done in your life that led you to a point where you're a slave to a job right now, then fine. It's time for you to change it, and change it with us. You now write new goals down. You now change your attitude. You are positive. You do not have any negative in your body. You have negative in your body, you might as well just call it a day and go kiss your boss in the morning and say, you know what? I don't want to listen to Chris. I want to listen to you. You're making a little bit more than me and you're beating me up all day. I want you to have positive attitude. When you wake up in the morning, you say, good morning, boss. You got to feel that. You got to feel like a pit bull on a bone. iMarkets Live is special. Trading is special. Everything we got here is special. We built this for you. I built the vehicle for you to get free. Whether you want to do it or not, that's up to you. If you want to do it, love what you do during the day. You love everything about you. You're positive to your people. If you have a problem with your wife or your kids or your family, you go say, I'm sorry. Go say, I'm sorry. You get it? You say you're sorry. You tell people, you just get rid of all the negative in your life. You give. You get clean. Clean your energy. Speak different. Go get a freaking dog if you need to. Okay? Speak different, act different, think different. Positive. Positive in. Positive in. Positive in. So let me tell you something. You take a big pool and you throw a little bit of you throw a gallon of black tar soot, black ink, 5 gallons, 10 gallons of black ink, right? You put that into the pool. But then every day you throw a gallon of water, a gallon of water, a gallon of water. It's black. It's black. And all of a sudden, enough water, it starts to get faded. It's that shady black. Before you know it, it's eventually clean, clear water. But you have all that soot in there. The difference is that you put so much positive into that pool, that crystal clear, clean water, that guess what? You didn't get rid of the negative, you overshadowed it with positive. You can go swimming. To you, it's clean water. But you can't tell there's 5 gallons of negative. You see, guys, I want you to wake up in the morning, get your freedom, be positive. Let's do this, guys. I'll see you guys, whoever's with me, I'll see you guys in the morning, 8:30 Eastern through Friday. Actually, we're doing 3 days, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday this week. Next Sunday, we're going to have a night owl again. And invite everybody you can. We're about to change the world, guys. Nobody has anything we have ever. And I'm bringing other people to the table in terms of traders. Just ride with me, okay? I got you. Have yourself a great night. I'm going to upload this. I'll get it out in an email once it's complete. Love each and every one of you. Have a great night. Thank you. Let's go eat, she says. See you later, guys.